Welcome to Punky's Pro Wrestling. I am Punky, otherwise known as Angelina Wilson. Every year, when Dark Side of the Ring starts or when it ends, I make a list of who I'd like to see on it. I like to do it at the beginning. And I like to see how many show up the next year. You know what I mean? Last year I did pretty well, actually. Overall, I've predicted quite a number of them. So let's go through this year's list that I have made. Larry Cameron, Lex Luger, Lionheart, Roddy Piper, Iron Sheik, Buddy Roberts, Buddy Landell, Buddy Rose, Ashley Massaro, and Tully Blanchard. Okay, let's start from the top. Larry Cameron was quite a story. He died from a heart attack due to excessive steroid use. Lex Luger is a mess. But physically, he's getting better. He has kicked the drug habit. It's a good story. Lionheart. Holy sad Batman. He was a quintessential heel in English wrestling. And all of a sudden the fans started cheering for him. And he was kind of flabbergasted at first. And then he was like, okay, whatever. But he was a good person. Outside the ring, he was an awesome person. At one point, he tucked his chin in a Styles clash, got his neck broken 2 places. Wasn't sure if he'd ever walk again. And just over a year later, he not only walked, he wrestled. Which is amazing. He was winning titles and doing amazing things. And one day, he was home, and the apartment building across the street caught fire. So, being the person that he was, he ran across the street. He had a man jump, he caught him. Being a wrestler, he knows how to catch somebody jumping from a high height. You know, that's part of his job. He caught the gentleman, made sure he was okay, and then he tried so hard to get into the building, listening to an 18-year-old girl screaming as she was dying because he couldn't get to her. And it wasn't long after that unfortunately he ended his own life, because it's suspected that he couldn't deal with that. And also he had been open about suffering from depression, and an advocate for mental health. And that just sent him over the edge. So it's an interesting story, even if it is one out of the UK, which they've told stories from different places before. Roddy Piper. Obviously, Roddy was very honest about drug use, excessive drinking, but he was also a family man, and that was the most important thing to him. I think it would be really good. Iron Sheik, again, drug use, and also just his backstory. You know, having worked security for the Shah of Iran, and, you know, the interesting things he did in his life. Buddy Roberts, just his rise, and then, his cancer and, and all of that. Buddy Landell, I guess, has quite a story. There are quite a few stories out there about him. Not all of them good. I guess drugs played a part in that as well. Buddy Rose, his untimely death, his work in the Portland area, just drugs again, a lot of stuff. Ashley Massaro, what happened to her, her subsequent death. Tully Blanchard, everything that happened with drugs and all of that stuff, and his redemption, just like with Lex Luger. So, let me know what you think. I know the last time I did one of these, I got a lot of response to it, but it was on the other channel, so we'll see. Every year I try to come up with a list. That was 10, which would be a full season. So those are the ones I would like to see. A couple of them this year are ones that I've listed in the past, like Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. And I know they also do things like that Hell in a Cell match. The plane ride from hell and that sort of stuff. A disastrous pay-per-view here or there. The rise and fall of a promotion, things like that. That would be great for Crockett Promotions, to do a rise and fall. So, those are my opinions. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys. God bless you.